Now today we did have something else planned to go out. We're down at Jeep Beach down in Daytona. We were filming on the beach, talking with fans and friends down on the beach, and we decided that we were going to come back, edit that video, post it up, but then we got a text from our good friend Lindsay down at Dan Cummins that 2024 pricing is now live. That was something we were waiting on. We've kind of been waiting for a while now. They released it, dropped some of the pictures of it, but not the full release, and now we finally have pricing. So with that being said, in today's video, we're going to go over a few things now that we have everything. She sent me over text messages of all kind of the back end scene with pricing. If you guys are looking to order, please reach out to Lindsay and make sure that you tell them Matt from Dirt Road CRED sent you. They've really hooked up a lot of our viewers here. They're giving great deals below invoice on most of these Jeeps. Besides the 392s, they're still giving a great deal on those, but definitely reach out to her. Let's get into this one. We'll talk about what we see on the pricing, what I think the best value or best deal is. There's Willys pricing with the new rear locker, and then we'll just kind of talk about my personal thoughts. Let's get into it. It's going to be fun. So the first part of this video, we're just going to kind of roll down the list of what pricing looks like. Now, we're going to start with two-door and work our way to the four-door. They did simplify the ordering system. So when you go on and go two-door or four-door, there are a little bit less options than you normally could have done, but that's okay because they've updated the screen and they've added on a ton of other features. With the two-door, you're looking at a base MSRP for a Sport at $33,690. Now, that's a two-door with the 3.6 manual. So the manual's still hanging around and you're still able to order it in that trim model. Now, for a Rubicon, the price has gone up a little bit. It's $47,190 for a 3.6 liter manual two-door Rubicon. Now with that, a lot of folks also, they're looking at the two-door Sport S. I don't have pricing for that. So two-door Sport S, I was just going to tell you, but I do have the Rubicon pricing. So the Rubicon X, which is that model that everyone is talking about, there's a 24Y Rubicon X, which in my opinion, the 24 is typically a 392, but it's not a 392. I'm imagining that might be the model with the full float rear axle. Basically add $14,000 onto the base 47. So you are now at, do some quick math, I believe that's $61,000 for the two-door, and that is going to be basically fully loaded, color-matched roof, color-matched fenders, LED, steel bumpers. That Rubicon X is the fully loaded edition, and I believe the Rubicon X's all come with the full float rear axle. So I believe that's the case with that. But with this, there's very weird increments. So if you go from like a 23R, 22R, the price kind of goes up incrementally. So it's either $0, $2,500, $45, $9,500, $12,000, or $14,000. It does not seem like there's a ton of options that you can add on besides like satin black grille or things of that nature. It seems like they kept it very clean cut and you're able to order what you can and then add just a couple custom touches to it. So those are the two-door prices. Now, if you guys are looking for full detailed pricing, please reach out to Lindsay, get her to build you out one, and then if you decide to order, go for it. The coolest thing I think with the 24 is that it does come with all the upgraded tech. So buying a base two-door Sport, even a manual, you're going to get that full digital screen, 12 inches with wireless CarPlay, which is absolutely sick, and you don't have to get any of the adaptive safety or cruise features on there either. So now the four-door, what everyone's kind of been waiting on, what I've personally been waiting on to see, the four-door Wrangler. And sorry if I keep looking down, I am looking at some text messages that I have going on. So we'll start with the four-door Sport. What you're going to be looking at for an MSRP for a four-door Sport with the 3.6 manual, a 23B, $37,690. So we're close to the $40,000 mark for a four-door base Sport, no options with a manual. I'm not sure if they still have crank windows, but that would be interesting if they still did. I can recall back when we purchased our 2018, that was around the $40,000 mark for a Sport S with heated seats and a hardtop and a lot of other options. So the pricing has definitely gone up. Same thing with there. You're going to go up through the Sport S adds $3,500 to that. So just having a Sport S edition adds $3,500 to the base. But now let's talk about some of the other ones. So they still got the Sahara, base price $49,620. So Sahara's going up. Rubicon, four-door Rubicon, that's what everyone's interested in. Base Rubicon starts at $51,190. So that has definitely gone up. I think mine, when I ordered it, the MSRP was like $55,000. And that was Extreme Recon, dual top group, LEDs, color match fenders, a lot added onto it. Looking at the 392, another one that people are really interested in, MSRP $89,390. So it's going up a few $1,000s. Now that does come with the 35s from factory. It comes with the 456 now. The Napa red leather interior is standard on the 392. And also a lot of those options that you were looking for, front camera, a lot of those things are all inclusive as well for the 24 model year. The one that really pokes out to me though Let's go into the 4xe models, the Sport 4xe, which is something that I'm really happy to see. Sport 4xe starts at $51,790, so that's about, I don't know, $600 more than a Rubicon, but it's a 4xe, should get you a tax credit, and it'll get you a lot more features like the plug-in ability to power your camp. Sahara 4xe, you're looking at $58,640. High altitude 4xe, $68,790. 68,000. You used to be able to get a 392 a couple years ago for that price. And then the Rubicon 4xe sits at 62,380. So that's the 24 pricing, all for the 4-door, all for the 2-door, and it's gone up. It was pretty much what I expected it to be. I expected it to be very close to that. And with that new ordering structure, you're seeing a few $1,000s kind of over for as the options as you go through them. Now, once we have full option ability, we will go through, work through all of that and check those out as well. But the other thing I wanted to mention, which is probably the hot topic button or hot topic item right now, is the Willys trim. That is what everyone has been talking about, and that's something that I wanted to talk about pricing with. So for a 4-door Willys, so we're looking at a 4-door Willys, it looks like you can get it in a 23W. Now, you guys correct me if I'm wrong. I believe the 23W is either the 3.6 auto or the 3.6 manual, but that's going to add $7,500 to that base sport price. So you were looking at right around the $45,000, $46,000 for the 4-door Willys. Mind you, you're getting Rubicon flares, 33-inch tires, a rear locker. I'm not sure on the full float, but at least a rear locker so far, as well as the completely updated interior. So really a lot to that, but at the $47,000 point, 46, 47, somewhere in there until you start adding options. Now the 2-liter version of the 4-door Willys is going to run you 10 grand over. It's a flat 10,000 over MSRP, so 47,690 for that 2-liter turbo 4-door Willys with all those goodies that I just talked about. The real value though, let's pop back over to the 2-door section and we're going to talk about that. We have the Willys pricing for that. It's kind of the same thing. $7,500 over for the 23 package, or for the 22, which is the 2-liter, $10,000 over. So you're looking at $40,000, $41,000 for a 2-door with a 3.6, or $43,690 for the 2-door with the 2-liter turbo and that rear locker and all the goodies. So is it a good value? I would say so. I mean, for what we've been looking at, you'd have to get into Rubicon pricing to even get a locker. With the Willys, you get so much more, including those Highline flares, which is really an added benefit. The last portion of this, though, I wanted to go over pricing, what I think is a great value on the Willys. Is it worth it to buy one, or should you now that the pricing is released? I was just stopping the other day. I was at a local dealership to pick up some parts, and I looked at a Gecko 2-door. Ryan's been kind of looking for one. We checked one out locally. It had 47,000 miles. It was a 2021, and they wanted, I want to say, $31,000 or $32,000 for it. In my opinion, a base sport 2-door with a hardtop for $31,000, that's 3 model years old, has the small screen, and has almost 50,000 miles. You could literally grab a Sport or a Sport S for very similar to that exact price, or $1,000 or $2,000 more. For me, the cat's out of the bag. I think I would upgrade to that if you are looking at the lower trim models. I think it's a big enough upgrade if you're trying to get into a sport. Now you can get full wireless CarPlay and everything else added onto it. But if you're looking at a Rubicon for that price difference, is it really worth it for that little bit larger of a screen and some of the interior updates? You guys are going to have to be the judge of that and let me know down in the comments. Now, like I said, this one just dropped. You can see the tan lines around the bottom of my face. We're going out tonight. We're in Daytona, so if you guys see us out and about, please come up. We were chatting with a ton of fans today, and I hope to see you guys down there as well as many other shows throughout the rest of the summer. Now, until next time, my name's Matt with Dirt Road CRED. We're going to go jump back on the beach, but until then, I want you to get out there and earn yours.